Assalamualaikum dear students, welcome to the MEL 4 heat transfer lab. So we have the experiment plate heat exchanger. So first of all you will start from here the software, like it is just minimize and you can see the cross-sectional view of the plate heat exchanger. Here we have the setup for plate heat exchanger. I am just showing you and then explain each and every part. First of all, as you have studied and seen in the shell and tube heat exchanger, we have the water tank. From here the water will flow and here we have pump. So hot water will flow from here through this pump, and here we have different valves. You can see the valves are mentioned V5, V4, V3, V2, V1. So it will flow from here the hot water, and hot water will flow through this pipe, and here we have different plates through which the hot and cold water will flow. So the inside of these plates, cross-sectional view of these plates is shown here in this figure. You can see up in the and the red color, in the red color we have the hot water, and in the blue color we have the cold water. And also you can see the temperatures are also shown there, ST1, ST2, ST3, ST4. So here we come back to the apparatus, and the cold water is coming from downside like this through this pipe. So cold water is coming from here and we can control it from through this valve. This cold water is flowing through this, and here we have the sensor SC2 which tells us the flow of the cold water. So here in the different points we have the valves. Through valves we can change the direction of the flow from parallel and to counter flow. Our objective of the experiment is to find the effectiveness and overall heat transfer coefficient. Effectiveness is represented by E, like in the worksheet you can see this effectiveness is represented by E, and overall heat transfer coefficient is represented by U. So our objective is to find out the U and effectiveness in the parallel and counter flow, and we will check which one is best for the plate for heat exchanger. So here we have different heat sensors like this SC1, SC2. So they will tell us the flow sensors, so it will tell us during the flow of hot water and the cold water. So first of all, the hot water will flow from here in this pipe, and here it will reaches and will flow through these plates, and the cold water will flow from this side. Like this is the cold water, and this wall is open and this wall is closed. So it will flow from this point and reaches to this point. So cold and hot water are flowing in the same direction, like the cold water will enter from this point and hot water will also enter from this point, and then they will flow in the parallel direction. So this is why we called it parallel flow heat exchanger, and they will out from this side, and out after flowing from this they will flow, the hot water will go to the tank back and the cold water will go outside like this. So this is the counter parallel flow heat exchanger. If you want to convert this parallel flow to counter flow, so we just reverse the direction of valves of the cold water. So it is like just change the direction of the cold water like this. Now the cold water is coming from this side and will flow from this wall V4 and will go from here, and ST4 will be the inlet point. Before this, and in the parallel flow ST4 was the outlet point. Now ST4 is the inlet point for the cold water. Cold water will flow from here, and ST3 will be the outlet point of the cold water. So it is going out and then coming out from here, it will go downward. So it is counter flow heat exchanger. So as you have studied about the shell and tube heat exchanger, here where we have the same procedure for effectiveness and overall heat transfer coefficient. So here in the plate heat exchanger, so the same is the procedure. You have to study about the plate heat exchanger. What is plate heat exchanger? What is the effectiveness? Effectiveness is actually telling you about the heat exchanger which will be more effective in parallel or in the counter flow experiment. So like in the overall heat transfer coefficient, you will also check in both the cases or u value. So you will draw the graph for both the cases and will check, like in the worksheet you can see the different values. Like in worksheet you can see here you have the different points and different values, some constant values which are given, and downward you have given SC1, ST1, ST2, ST3 and ST4. Here we have the pump speed. So different at different pump speeds we take the different values. You will have this, the upper table is given the constant values. You will have to give these values and you will have to find these values downward. So same is the procedure for here in the counter flow heat exchanger. In counter flow you will see that the same is the procedure, like pump speed will be given and you will have to find this table, right? And then analysis, in analysis we have two different points. You will have to find the graph of u versus vh flow rate and then effectiveness versus vh. Then at the end we have given the different questions. You will have to answer these questions from 1 to 8 in detail. Each and every student have, like you can see, these 8 questions here. Okay. In both the effectiveness and overall heat transfer coefficient, we have the main difference is which you can check and you have to tell me anytime if I want to take the viva or want to ask the question when you will submit the report. So please remember that in effectiveness, the in plate heat exchanger or in parallel flow heat exchanger or in counter flow heat exchanger, in counter flow heat exchanger we the effectiveness, when we find the LMTD method, like in LMTD for parallel or for counter flow, LMTD we have given the temperatures at inlet and at outlet. So we can easily find the LMTD method and find the outlet temperature. Like we have given the we have required 4 temperature and 3 will be given and 1 you can find by using the LMTD method. And if the inlet temperatures are given and outlet temperatures are unknown, so you have to find NTU method. You will use NTU method and you can easily find the temperatures, outlet temperatures. So here in this experiment we are using the LMTD method, and as you have used and find the LMTD method in the experiment of shell and tube heat exchanger. So please remember each and every point by during performing the experiment. Here I am going to perform the experiment. Like first of all we will start from here. You will press the start button and then OK. Here it is showing the normal temperatures to you. So the cold water temperature will be constant, which is 2 liters per minute. So you can adjust it from here. you will open the wall. By using this wall you can see